So back in June of this year, my wife and I went to Disney World. My wife used to work there as a part of her college program. I had not been since I was 9 years old, so it was about back into the late summer of 2000 was when I went. And my wife hadn't been back since she worked in the college program, so that was almost 10 years ago. So for both of us, it was a familiar but also a brand new experience. On the first day when we landed, we took off really early that morning, like awful early in the morning. We got to Orlando by mid-afternoon. We arrived at the resort. We stayed at Coronado Springs Resort, which is a fantastic facility. I mean, I'm sure all of the Disney resorts are amazing, but Coronado was just amazing. It was beautiful on the inside as well as the outside. It was just a great visual sight. Once we got settled at Coronado, we then took a shuttle ride to, what is it called? Disney Springs. Or I think it used to be called Downtown Disney. It's basically for those that don't know, it's basically a bunch of shops and just a boatload of restaurants that usually have a really unique exotic theme to them. One is dinosaur themed, prehistoric themed, one is jungle themed, one is like has a big volcano sticking out of it. It's a really cool, fascinating place. There's also a Lego store, a Lego museum, and a big monster-sized Disney store. We had a lot of fun just kind of touring, looking around there. We ate, wish I could remember the name of the restaurant, but it's the one that has the giant dinosaur skeleton on the outside. There's some animatronic dinosaurs on the inside as well. Really cool. Had an aquarium inside as well. There was just so much to see on that first day. But it was funny because here it was, this really fun, almost overwhelming experience. And we just went to Downtown Disney. So we had just seen the tip of the iceberg. But if you go to Disney World, you got to make sure you stop by Downtown Disney. Even if you don't have a lot of time, it's nice to go there just to see the shops and to see the restaurants. There's no rides there, but it's like I said, it's just a big shopping center that's really cool to experience. If you don't have a lot of time, I mean, I guess you could skip it, just so you could see the parks. But after we went through and experienced Downtown Disney, we then went back to the resort and then got rested up for the next day for Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is my favorite park by a long stretch, and my wife's favorite, mostly because she used to work there. When she did the college program, she worked at the Tower of Terror, and so it has a really big nostalgic place for my wife. But we also went because the next day, I think it was on June the 7th. It was my birthday, my 31st. So we went to Hollywood Studios early the next morning to go experience Galaxy's Edge. I won't go too deep into it because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long. I just wanted to kind of touch on the first day we experienced at Disney World. The next day is Galaxy's Edge. Basically, it's almost, I don't want to say reenactment, but it will be, if you ever go, it's built and designed to look like a rebel base, a resistance base on the planet of Batu, which the rebels used to hide from the First Order in between episode 8 and episode 9. So it's really cool. It's again an awesome visual experience just walking through Batu. The little shops are neat. The Rise of the Resistance ride. All of this is a lot of fun. And the characters are really cool. The stormtroopers and Kylo Ren march around the street scaring the hell out of kids. It's a lot of fun, but I don't want to get too deep into it. I'm kind of dragging myself into it right now, just because I'm so excited to talk about it. But Galaxy's Edge, we went to Galaxy's Edge the next day and then we walked over to the Pixar themed part of Hollywood Studios. So in the next few days, I will discuss day 2 of our Disney trip, and I look forward to chatting with you guys. Have a good weekend. Happy New Year's.